Hey guys and gals, Never here from Drake Wing Gaming, and something about on Twitter, the Gaming Drag. Today I'm coming back at you with a Let's Play episode of When I Knew You. So yeah, let's go ahead and jump right back into it, shall we? Alarm chain, you were up, and let's go. I'm speechless for a bit, processing what I'm hearing from him in my sleep-deprived brain slowly. Dangerous? What do you mean by dangerous? Well, I'm not exactly sure. I wasn't working on the case. That was Hazel and Laurie. I just heard bits and pieces from here and there. About Smoke and his gang. Who? Oh, you didn't know about them? No. Maybe I shouldn't have said anything. Well, now you have to tell me. Callum, I don't think I should. You can't just leave me like this. If you're warning me about someone, shouldn't I know who they are? Fair point. Gotcha. Alright, I'll tell you what I know. Apparently the person David Ramirez was indebted to is Smoke, a drug dealer who sells his stuff here in Pricefield. David didn't have the money to pay him, though, so he would borrow money from his friends. So more or less Ronnie's story. We speculated that Smoke got fed up with David and did something to him. But looking at the evidence, who David was with the day he disappeared and the scene in his house, it doesn't add up. That's Hazel's roadblock, the lack of evidence to properly form a conclusion. That's all I know. I swallow hard and stare at the field, focusing on nothing in particular as I cross my arms tightly. These stories never get any better, do they? And what do you think? Huh? What's your theory, Adrian? My guess is that David felt trapped in his debt, so instead of paying it off, he ran away. Yeah. I turn to him, and he's looking right at me, not turning away from when I meet his gaze. Is it true that you and him used to date? Heh. Word spreads fast in the newspaper club, huh? Well, that is our job. Good point. Yeah, he was my boyfriend. For about 3 years. Whoa. How was he like with you? I've never been asked that before. Well, he was very energetic. He wanted me to do everything he did. Skateboarding, karate. He had a parkour phase that left me with a broken arm once. Yikes. Yeah, but he took care of me that whole month. Copied all the notes for me. He was sweet. The kind of boy that's really fun to be around, no matter what. I see. He must have been pretty different back then, huh? Wait, different? Is he not like that anymore? Not from what I've seen, no. The energetic part is still there, no doubt. He was everywhere, and everything at the same time, like he couldn't stand still for a moment. But he never struck me as a sweet guy. The guys in the football team never had anything good to say about him, and he always seemed weirdly aggressive for some reason. In all honesty, he kind of scares me. Like, I don't know what he's capable of. My heart sinks a little, refusing to look up from the ground. God. I mean, I knew he changed. I knew even before I heard about the shit he got himself into, but to this extent, to be not my David? I slowly shake my head, closing my eyes. He really did become someone I can't recognize. My fears became true. Why didn't Hazel tell me any of this? Why would she ask me about it and offer her help if she wasn't going to tell me anything important concerning him? Well, Hazel can let her curiosity get the better of her. I'm sure she wanted to hear your side, considering you knew him, but she probably didn't want you getting too involved, so she must have left some stuff out. She pulled a Marcus on me. How kind of her. Are you still going to try and find him? Yeah. Figured as much. Well, if you want someone's help, you can count on me. I look at him, surprised, and he looks all away bashfully. I'm a reporter too, right? So obviously I want to help on this case. And besides, it'd be safer with 2 heads instead of 1. I look at him for a moment, his eyes looking at everything but my face. Then I give him a grateful smile. Thanks, Adrian. I'm glad we became friends so quickly. Yeah, we did become, friends. Now I'm hungry. Seems like Dad is not the most strict when it comes to enforcing his punishments. Another phone call from the person I'm hanging out with, and I'm out of the house for the afternoon. Wait, what the fuck? What the hell? Why is the spoon just sticking up straight? Wait. This makes me curious about anything else that might be out of. I mean, everything else looks fine. It's just this one fucking spoon. Huh. I wonder if there are characters in the scene and they, like, digitally erased them. That would be interesting. The diner is as empty as ever, with only the usual old guy sipping coffee at a booth. Hoy! Oh, and of course, Troy. I make my way over to the booth he's at, and I'm about to sit opposite from him when he scoots over and pats the seat next to him. Really? What? This is a date. Come over here already. I roll my eyes, smiling at him, and take my seat next to him as he wraps an arm around my shoulder. It was always kind of like this, all touchy with me, mainly to get a reaction out of David, which it usually did. But now that he isn't here, he still does it for some reason. Old habits die hard, I guess. So, that was my favorite twink. I think I should be asking you that, twunk. Where were you today? Home? Why? I was sleeping. What does that look? Dude. Well, I'm here now, aren't I? That's not the issue, Troy. You can't just skip school for no reason. Yeah, sorry, Mother. A waitress I don't recognize comes and places 2 burgers and 2 milkshakes in front of us, and without much acknowledgement goes back to the kitchen. Huh. You ordered for me? I know what you like, babe. Babe. Nah, not the same. If that were true, you would have gotten me vanilla instead of chocolate. Well, you always ordered chocolate. Because I had to share with David all the time. Oh. That actually makes sense. We both take a moment to take a bite out of our food before we speak again. So, how was it? How was what? Your date with Mr. Double D's. Mr. Who? He makes a big boobs gesture with his hands, grinning. They're not that big, aren't they? Well... Anyway, it wasn't a date. We just hung out. Right. I chew in silence, feeling his eyes drill into my skull. Did you guys make out? Oh God. Troy! Jesus, no! We didn't. Maybe not, but it's weird how flustered you're getting about this. I'm not even flustered, you're just asking weird questions. You wouldn't have this reaction if someone asked you if you and I had kissed now, would you? Maybe I would. What do you know? You. I know you. I blink at him, and he crosses his arms and stares at me. So, spill. Spill what? You like him, don't you? My heart skips a beat, a feeling of familiar fear creeping in the back of my neck. He eyes me for a full minute as I take small, idle sips of my shake, and when I do speak, it's barely over a whisper. No. Bullshit. I turn to him angrily. Just what makes you think I like him? Well, there's the ogling, you two constantly being alone, your reaction to my teasing yesterday. Anyone would have reacted that way. No, a normal person who wouldn't have a crush on their friend would just say something like, Puh, yeah, right, shut up, dude. They would not get blushy and nervous. He gives me a quick once-over. Like how you are right now. We have a bit of a stare down, his shoulders staying tense and rigid. And with a sigh, I deflate and pick on my fries, turning away from him. Maybe you should join the newspaper club, Sherlock. I hate to break it to you, Cal, but you're not even subtle with it. Anyone would have caught on already. I glare at him. Asshole. So it's true then. You're into him? I guess. He sighs and leans back on the booth, looking at the ceiling. Fuck. That bad, huh? Well, I wouldn't say it's bad, per se. Just shit. Now it's only a matter of time before you two start dating and we stop hanging out like this. I laugh at this, but he only gives me a bemused look. Oh, come on. You really think we'd ever actually date? He's like, way out of my league, dude. And besides, he probably doesn't even see me that way. You're kidding, right? No? Dude. What? Either you're joking or you're actually stupid. What? Hey! I'm not... You do realize he likes you too, right? I'm speechless, blinking at him as I feel my cheeks slowly start to burn up. What? Oh, I'm not elaborating, but I'm just going to tell you this. He definitely likes you. But how do you... Not elaborating. Find out for yourself. You're heartless. I know. I start eating my food again, prompting him to do the same. What the hell? I mean, I had my suspicions too, but to say it with such conviction... How could he be so sure? I rub my eyes, feeling feverish. Ugh. No one told me that having this big of a crush on someone would seriously take a toll on you. Anyway, enough about me. How'd it go with Sophia yesterday, huh? Sophie, and what about her? Well, weren't you gonna... I scooch closer to him, eyeing him flirtatiously. You know, make your move. No, shut up. He puts his whole hand on my face and pushes me away from him. Oh, come on, she clearly likes you. See, this is how I know you're full of shit. You don't even know her. I've seen her, though, and the newspaper club loves to gossip. I tap my nose and wink at him. Besides, I've got a sixth sense for this kind of thing. Not when it comes to you, apparently. But I digress. Sophie doesn't like me. She's just nice. She's nice to everyone. Mm-hmm. You like that about her, don't you? Yeah, I mean, no, it's whatever. I don't care. Uh-huh. Ah, okay, I get it. I'm sorry for teasing you and about Marcus. This is so embarrassing. Apology not accepted. Alright, let's make a deal. I don't bug you about Marcus, you don't bug me about Sophie. Fine. Deal. Truce then. So, when can I meet her? Callum? Ah, the comfort of my own room, where I can slowly lose my mind and spend my midnights fantasizing in peace. My soft and familiar bed and the smell of my shampoo. Nothing beats this. My own little... Huh? Marcus? Is it Marcus? I grab my phone, slowly putting it up to my face. Marcus, Marcus, Marcus. Unknown number. Huh. I open the text, expecting some spam message, but instead it's a text from Adrian? Hey, Callum, it's Adrian. Oh, thanks for helping with the Hey, Callum, it's Adrian. Thanks for helping me with the pictures today. They came out great. Oh my god, he's doing the little faces. Whoa, is this really Adrian? He's totally different in text. Hi, Adrian, of course. Glad I could help. Also, on Monday, Hazel says she wants us to talk to the football and cheerleading team for the news. Do you think you can go with me? I don't think I could talk to them. Yeah, of course. I know some of the guys there. Shouldn't be a problem. Great. Now I'm using the emoticons. I'd feel rude if I didn't, though. Awesome! Thank you! Woo. Interviewing the football team and the cheerleading squad. This could definitely help me get more info on the case. Alright, y'all. I'm going to go ahead and pause it right there. Thank y'all so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, ring that notification bell, and check out our Patreon or our YouTube memberships if you can. It always helps. Anyway, I love you all, and I'll see y'all in the next video. Bye-bye!